Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and to be glad in it. We're so thankful this morning again that we have privilege and opportunity to be in the house of worship. We all know that we serve an awesome God, a magnificent God, a wonderful God. And if it had not been for the Lord who was on our side, we wouldn't be here right now. Can I get a witness? So we're so thankful today to all of you that are tuning in on Facebook Live, on Instagram Live, on YouTube. I don't know if that's live, on phone conference. That's a whole lot of areas. Amen. I just got nervous. Amen. But for all of you that tuned in with us on today, it's just a blessing that you're able to be with us on this day. Now I know there are a whole lot of folk a little upset because they can't do like they normally do on this Sunday before this holiday. Well, let me rephrase that. They shouldn't be doing what they normally do on this Sunday before this holiday, and that is getting ready for these huge gatherings and elaborate get-togethers with barbecue ribs and hot dogs and hamburgers and your beer and wine. Yeah, I said it, your beer and your wine. Amen. If we're doing what we're supposed to do, we're still exercising that stay safe, stay home. Now, I heard it on the news just like you heard it on the news that our CEO, Chief Executive Officer of the country, said that churches are essential and they're open. And I do want to let you all know that we're not officially open yet. Amen. We're still making some preparations to get things together. And if it's the Lord's will, we'll come back and we'll have that time and date ready for you sometime in the month of June. Amen. But as we go forward, we've already made the decision that our social media will continue. Amen. Our phone conferences will continue. We'll continue to reach out and to be an outreach as much as we can. Amen. Amen. So thank you so much. Listen, this morning, I want us to remember in our prayers always Brother McAdoo and Brother Mitchell. We're always praying for Brother McDowell who needs our prayers. Sister Samara Mullins always, amen, with her issues needs our prayers. Pastor Puckett, Pastor Emeritus of this great church, needs our prayers. Mother Atkins needs our prayers. Brother Jimmy Barnes, amen. We're always praying for Brother Jimmy Barnes. He needs our prayers. Thank you, God, for Sister Cynthia Sparks. Amen. Her daughter stopped by and said she's doing well. Amen. And she's home taking care of her. Let's keep her in our prayers. Sister Joanne Young, she needs our prayers. Let's continue to pray for Sister Joanne Young. Both Mother Robinson and Sister Lisa Robinson needs our prayers. We want to continue to pray for the Withers family, a young man who used to work with me and my brothers at the barbershop. Amen. Who made his transition on this past week. Andre Withers. His viewing will be on Tuesday at 11 a.m. at the Cantrell Funeral Home in East Point, Detroit. Amen. Those who know him who are watching this broadcast, if you can, please stop by and show the family your respect and your love. Amen. I want to remember our friends that's always tuning in with us. Sister Beverly Hall, who's always asking prayer for her mother and for herself. I noticed on Facebook this week we're praying for your strength. Amen. Sister Thames, who's lost her mother, member here at the church here recently, praying for her. And Brother Reverend Murphy, who lost his brother, praying for them. The Hightower Yancey Stanley family, for them. Mother Tennessee, amen. When these families made their transitions, the musician that's playing for this morning, Brother Wendell Pace, transitioned to his mother. We're praying for him and the Pace family, amen. Also praying for Sister Tanya Washington, who's asking prayers for her family member. We're going to keep all these folks in our prayers, amen. And we know they need our prayers right now. We just don't know. It might be us requesting prayer on tomorrow, amen. But I say it like this, like I said on Wednesday nights and I say it on Sundays. If you know how to pray, man, just pray. If you know how to pray, just pray, amen. Because the Bible says that the effectual fervent prayers of the righteous availeth much. And I don't know about you, but I certainly believe in prayer, amen. All right, we're going to have our scripture reading, and then we're going to have our prayer, followed by a song, and then I'll be back in your hearing, amen, with this little message the Lord gave us for this morning. The Bible says that he who has an ear to hear, let them hear what the Spirit has to say. Let me say it again. He who has an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit has to say to the church. Amen.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Our scriptorial reading this morning is coming from 37 Psalms from 1 through 5. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For thou shalt soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and the good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. I have read to you the 37 Psalms, verses 1 through 5. May the Lord have a blessing to the reading and hearing of his word. Amen.
Good morning, everyone. Heavenly Father, as we stand here today, Father God, forgive all my wrongdoings that I might have committed. And Father, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to wake up this morning to see another one of your brand new days. And Father, as we go through the day and go through this season, we know we have a lot of people out there today who have suffered loved ones and friends and neighbors that have gone away. We ask you to bless those families, Father. Send your blessing down to those families. If it be your will, Father, let them live and get over this precious disease that we're having now. And Father God, I just want to say thank you for all my blessings that you have bestowed upon my family. We ask you to thank you for my children, my grandchildren, Father, my great-grandchildren. And Father God, as we stand here today, we just say thank you, thank you, thank you. We just can't thank you enough for all that you've done. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
There's a storm out on the ocean, and it's moving this way. It was all time. Angry Jesus, he will surely drift away. There's a storm out on the ocean, and it's moving this way.
Follow along as I read and start. We're going to read verse 1 and then jump down to 9. 2 Kings chapter 5, it says, Now Naaman, captain of the host of the king of Syria, was a great man with his master and honorable, because by him the Lord had given deliverance unto Syria. He was also a mighty man in valor, but he was a leper. Verse 9 says, So Naaman came with his horses and his chariot, and stood at the door of the house of Elisha. And Elisha sent a message unto him, saying, Go and wash in the Jordan 7 times, and thy flesh shall come again to thee, and thou shalt be clean. But Naaman was wroth, and he went away and said, Behold, I thought he will surely come out to me, and stand and call on the name of the Lord his God, and strike his hand over the place, and recover the leper. Are not Abana and Paraphah rivers of Damascus better than all the rip waters of Israel? May not I wash in them and be clean? So he turned and went away in rage. And the servants came near and spoke to him and said, My father, if the prophet had bid thee to do some great thing, would thou have done it? How much rather then when he said to thee, Wash and be clean? Then he went down and dipped himself 7 times in the Jordan, according to the saying of the man of God. And his flesh came again like unto the flesh of a little child, and he was clean. And he returned to the man of God, he and all his company, and came and stood before him. And he said, Behold, now I know that there is no God in all the earth but in Israel. That's enough right there. Our subject this morning, I might not finish this, but if I don't, we come back on next week. Our topic tag and title is, It Won't Always Make Sense. It won't always make sense. Brothers and sisters, family and friends, there is a common thread that we all find when it comes to life in general. And that is, we're going to have to deal with some problems in this life. And when we face these problems, or we deal with our problems, oftentimes we try to use our own reasoning or rationale to life's issues to make sense out of what's going on. Can I get a witness in here? And most of us, or with most of us, we'll end up driving ourselves crazy because stuff has to make sense to us in order for us to accept what's going on in our crazy little situations. Y'all better talk back to me. We trying to figure out, make sense out of why we have to experience death in the family. We trying to figure out why the relationship is not working. We're trying to figure out why our finances are messed up. We're trying to make sense out of things so we can accept what's going on in our crazy little life situation. I'm being honest with you. When I was in grad school, when I was working on my degree, they taught us in psychology and in business management that there are a few tools you can use to figure your way out or work your way through situations that will give you an outcome that will make sense. Number one, that's cognitive thinking. I'm going to give you the short version. That says, if you remember something you were taught, you tried it, and it worked, do that, and it should make sense. Wish you had a witness there. Number two, there's inductive reasoning, which says there's something you use to fix other problems in the past. Just throw that in there, and it should work. It should make sense. And then there's deductive reasoning. I wish I had some witnesses in here. That says that in simple terms, start taking stuff out of the equation that don't fix your problem, and you should eventually reach a conclusion that will make sense. My only problem with these educated college theories is that I have discovered in life, I don't know about you, but I have discovered in life, that's very educational, that's fine, that's wonderful, but when I need a miracle for myself, do I have somebody with me in here? When I need a miracle, when I need something supernatural and divine for my situation or the hell I'm going through in my life, I just put God in the equation. And baby, I'm not worried about who he used. I'm not worried about what he used, because who he used and what he used don't always make sense. I'm just happy that he came to see about me in my little situation. I'm not trying to make sense out of everything God is doing, because he's God and he's God all all by himself. He said, my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways. Can I get a witness in here? It won't always make sense. And here in this Old Testament story, we got this boy Naaman. He's a well-known military leader in the Syrian army. And the Bible suggests that he had a resume and a reputation of being a smart fella. He was smart, man. Naaman was smart. He was intelligent. He was prosperous. He had money. He had it going on. He was a prosperous man. But when you look at the context of the text, it was apparent something about this man. He had the Lord's hand on him, even though he didn't have a relationship with the Lord. Let me try it again. The Lord's hand was on him, even though he didn't have a relationship with the Lord. Let me try it one more time. The Lord had his hand on you, me, even when you didn't have a relationship with the Lord. Sometimes it takes for you to look back over your life and realize that some of the pitfalls that you got around, some of the traps that you didn't step in was because the Lord had his hand on your life. You didn't end up in jail. You weren't on the sick bed. You weren't when you should have been because the Lord had his hand on your life. Even when you didn't have a relationship with the Lord, he still had his hand on you. Can I get a witness in here? The text said, his name suggests he didn't have a relationship with the Lord, but he had a problem. And that was he had this disease that had no respect to person. This disease didn't care who you were. Sound like something we got going on now, though? Didn't care who you were. You could be black. You could be white. You could be rich. You could be poor, fat, skinny, tall, short. Doesn't matter what you look like, where you come from. Don't matter what you have. It was no respecter of person. The text said he was a leper. And the disease, this particular disease, not only changed your physical appearance, but it also was terminal and would eventually lead to death. In other words, let me put it like this. In other words, this problem that Naaman had, this problem was killing him. Do I have a witness in here? Now, some of us got some problems just like that right now. It might not be physical, but it might be psychological. This problem that's on your mind, that's wrecking your mind and driving you crazy, is killing you. It might not be psychological. It might be emotional. Man, you catching hell trying to figure things. It's just killing you and driving you to an early grave. Can I get a witness in there? And it might not be psychological. It might not be emotional. It just might be spiritual. Man, you got some bad spirits you need to drive not only out of your house, but you need to tell the spirit to get the hell out of your life right now, because it's driving you to an early grave. Can I get a witness in here? He had money, he had prestige, he had power, and he had position, but none of that could change the fact that his problem was sending him to his grave. But thanks be to God, y'all don't know when your shot won't come. Thanks be to God that this man Naaman, even though he had this problem that was killing him, he had a servant. And the Bible says, when you read in the context of the text, it was a little church girl that had a relationship with the Lord. She decided on one day, after getting tired of looking at her master and looking at Naaman, she decided to witness to him about the problem, about his problem, and suggested to Naaman that he should talk to the preacher, prophet Elijah. He said, look, I know you got a great reputation, you got a good name, but I know a preacher, man. Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. I know a preacher that's got a word. He got a word of healing. I know a preacher that's got a word. You ought to go see this preacher because he's got a reputation for healing folks that are on their way to the grave. She said, can I make it? I'm going to make it just as plain as I want to. What she really said is what somebody said to some of us at some point in time. She looked at Naaman and said, man, I see you got problems. I see you going through. I see you got trouble in your life. She said, all you got to do is go to church. You ought to try. Oh, I wish I had somebody to run with. You ought to try going to church and listen to the preacher. If you make it to the house of the Lord and get in front of the preacher, I'm just sure that everything will be all right. So Naaman did like some others do, who couldn't find salvation in medicine. How many know salvation ain't always in medicine? He couldn't find salvation in the doctors. It's not always in the doctors, the scientists, and all the hypotheses and theories. He couldn't find it in them or even in the philosophers. But he took the advice of somebody in the church who knew the Lord and knew how to get a prayer through. Man, y'all better get happy with me. That means that somebody other than Naaman and me had somebody that was praying for them, somebody who helped get a prayer through, somebody that looked on you in your situation and knew if you can get your little crazy self in the house of the Lord, in the house of worship, then maybe everything would be all right. It don't always make sense. Now, the first thing I looked at in the text is that his problem just didn't make sense. Naaman's problem didn't make sense. When we carefully review the text, the thing that did make sense when I looked at this, and that maybe that's because, I grew up in church. I was raised in church all my life, so I do have some church ethics and I got some church views. Just like some of you guys got some church ethics and you got some church views. But when I look at it, it didn't make sense. The text spoke highly of him. It spoke highly of this man who was a sinner. Y'all didn't see that in the text. It didn't use the word sinner, but it made it evident that he wasn't in church. Because the text says he was over the Syrian army. He wasn't in Jerusalem, and he didn't go to the Jerusalem church. Matter of fact, when you look at this, I'm trying to make sense out of it when I'm looking at the text. He was a sinner. He wasn't even one of them folks that were CME members of the church. Y'all do know what the CME members are, don't you? Y'all might as well say, man, come on, talk back to me, because we've been having CME members ever since I was a little boy in the church. Those that just show up on Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter. And I don't even like using the word Easter, but on Resurrection Sunday, can I get a witness on it in here? Them little 3 holidays out the course of the year, they feel like they didn't got their... He wasn't even a CME member. And we can't look over the fact that the text said that he was a great and honorable man in the eyes of his master. Now, in the eyes of his master, which suggests that his master was not God. Let me see if I can fix this. If your master is not God, then in good theology, you don't serve God, and that definitely means you're not saved. So I'm trying to figure out in my mind, it's not making sense. He's got a problem. Yeah, he's going through, but he's a sinner and he don't serve God. But the Bible is speaking so highly of this man. I'm in my mind, in my sanctified mind, I said, Lord, what are you trying to tell us in the text? So it says that he was an honorable man. He was a great man in the eyes of his master. You know what that said to me? I'm so glad the Lord opened up my mind to this. It said to me that in the beginning of this story, when you look at his story, it was hard to figure out what the Bible was talking about when it was talking about him. But the more I looked at it, I am reminded that your story may have started one way. Do I have a witness in here? But with the Lord, your story can end up another way. Let me try it again. Your story might have started one way. You might have been rotten, low down, and dirty. Your story might have started one way. You might have been a thief and a drunkard. Your story might have started one way. You might have been a crackhead. Your story might have started one way, but your story can end up another way. That's why we get excited. Somebody help me. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. It is right there. I once was lost. It ain't got to stay the same. I once was lost, but now was found, was blind, but now I see. I see in the text that his problem didn't make a lot of sense. The Bible, without argument, also says that the Lord, this is what the Bible said, that the Lord put him in the position to give him the victory to Syria. Now, I did my research just to make sure I was sure. When I'm looking at the text, Syria was the enemy to the people of God in Israel and in Judah. Let me try it again. Syria was the enemy to, let me just make it tangible. There was a church in the north and a church in the south. And Syria was the enemy not only to the church in the south and the church in the north and the south. It was the enemy to all of the people of God. So, my brothers and sisters, that would clearly mean that God's hand, this is confusing right here, that God's hand of favor can be on the enemy who is against us. Now, let me see if I can fix that and make it make sense too. God's hand can be on the enemy who is against us. Maybe it's because when we get out of hand, and we do get y'all don't think that's anybody sitting in the building that's on the line right now that don't tend to get out of hand. When we get out of hand, sometimes the Lord will use the enemy to fix us, to get us to a come to Jesus moment. I just believe that in this time of this pandemic and this quarantine, that a lot of folks got a lot of folks got some come to Jesus moments right now. Can I get a witness in here? The Lord will say, watch this, come here's financial trouble. He don't know how to handle that little money out and gave him and put it in his pocket. So let me break them down and get them broke right quick. Come in, sickness. I can't seem to get no time with her. I'm going to have to put her in a place where I can get her attention. Can I get a win? Come here, relationship problem. They so in love. They done put me down. They're on the river walk every Sunday. They can't seem to make it to church on Sunday. Come here, joblessness. He working so much that he too tired to get up and make it to Sunday school or Bible class. I wish I had a witness in here. The Lord would use some stuff against us to make us have a come to Jesus moment. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. That's the text saying that the Lord gave him victory in Syria over the Syria, and this was the enemy to the people of God, my brothers and sisters. Sometimes the Lord will use our enemy or those things that will tear us down to get our attention and turn us around so we can get back to where we're supposed to be with God. Can I get a witness? The text says that Naaman, he was sick. He was sick. He had a good name. He had a good reputation. He had good position. He had power, but he was sick. Yeah. The text says that the suggestion that the Lord did two things at one time. Real quick before I get to my next point. He uses Naaman's problem to fix him and to get him to church. Yeah. I'm going to try it again, man. The Lord will also use what's going on in your life that's tearing you up and tearing you down to get you to the church house. Can I get a witness in here? I hope run from the church, but I was always taught, don't run from the church, run to the church. And the Lord will, I just said it, allow stuff to come your way that will make you run back to the church to get you back right in the right place with the Lord. His problem didn't make sense. Then I looked at this, I actually came up with about 6 points. I'm only going to use 3 if I get the one on today. The preacher didn't make sense. Elijah was the prophet preacher for the God of Israel. And the thing I like about Elijah, when you look at his history and Elijah, his prophecies were not always for Israel only. In other words, when it came to preaching and giving a word from the Lord, his ministry was not confined to church folks. It hit sinners too. And I know when it comes to preaching, man, like I said, I grew up in church, raised in church. I love a good word. I love some good preaching. Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Can I get a witness in here? And I know that when it comes to church folk, we want to hear a rhema right now word. Y'all know that word, rhema. We want that right now. That right now rhema word. That's why we get to the church house. And we want to hear an encouraging and uplifting word. We want to hear fix it Jesus right now word. But those that are on their way to hell and need to hear the gospel message, do I have a witness that they need to hear? We got some other folks that need to hear the good news, just like you heard the good news and I heard the good news. The good news is good because it caught me before I bust hell wide open. There's some other folks that need to hear the good news message at the same time. Can I get a witness in here? I have discovered, I'm going to be honest though, I have discovered, I know church folks, we want that rhema word, that right now word, that encouraging word, that fixing up word, but I have discovered that a whole lot of folks sitting up in some of our churches, I'm not going to get no amen here, sitting up in our churches, sitting up in there with their little holy hands lifted and clapping their hands. There's a whole lot of folks sitting up in our churches right now that really need to go back and hear a life-changing word, because some folks that are sitting in the church house ain't saved like you think they are. Can I get a witness? I'm not going to bother with that right now. The preacher, he didn't make sense. He preached not just in the church. He preached outside the church. How many of you know if you're going to be on God's program, now I don't care if you're a preacher, I don't care if you're an evangelist, I don't care what it is your title or tag is in the church, somebody ought to hear something about the Lord sometimes. You ought to have something to say. There ought to be something on your lips or something about your behavior, something in your character that folks will know something inside of you and look toward the goodness of the Lord because they're looking at the goodness of the Lord on you. Can I get a witness in here? This preacher Elijah, he was strange. He was strange. Preachers not strange like they used to be. No, they ain't strange like they used to be. We got some hip-hop preachers. Yeah, we do. We got some hip-hop preachers and preachers. Used to be back in the day when preachers come around, folks got nervous. I wish I had a witness in here. It used to be a time when the preacher came around, folks wouldn't let a cuss word out. Had a witness in here, folks. Folk make sure their conversation was clean. They could be talking about me. Men could be sitting around talking about women. They could go to that sure was a good Bible lesson, wasn't it? Because preachers they were strange, but in their strangeness, they carried some weight and had respect when they walked into a room because folk respected the preacher. Folk didn't want the preacher to see the ugly side. They didn't want the preacher to see the ugly side of them. And this preacher, Elisha, was strange. And a lot of times he didn't seem to make sense because he had a habit of doing some stuff that didn't make sense. Don't y'all know? Don't y'all know when God's got his hand on preaching, he gonna sometimes do some stuff that don't make sense. Sometimes the preacher is gonna do some things and other folks might say, well, if it had been me, I would have did it this way. And thanks be to my pastor, they say if I was the pastor, I wish I had a witness in here, then I would have did it that way. Well, we thank God that you ain't the pastor. That's why he appointed somebody else to be the pastor, because the pastor is going to do it the way I wish I had a witness in here. That Lord wants them. He's going to do some strange stuff because he got a habit of doing strange stuff when directed by the Lord. So watch this in the text. When Elijah heard what was going on with David, the text says he sent for him and told him, I need you to come see me. Notice, and I like that because the Lord gave me this, tagged me with this by folk like this morning. I said, now, Jesus went looking for folks. But right here in the text, it didn't say David went looking for. It didn't say that Elijah went looking for David. Might I suggest that we ain't supposed to go running everywhere, trying to tag everybody. Can I get a witness in here? I have learned in this Bible that God ain't gave you an assignment to go see about everybody. Can I get a witness in here? He realized that there was a problem, but the man had a problem. He told the man, he said, word, like I said, come see me. Oh, I wish you had a witness in there. I'm going to just be honest with you, because there are just some places. There are some places as a preacher we don't need to go. Matter of fact, there are some places as a preacher and as a pastor, folk here in Green Grove know I ain't going, especially by myself. Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. The devil is a liar and a deceiver. There's some places I got some evangelists. Oh, thank you, Lord. I got some evangelists that'll show up on my behalf. Do I have a witness in here? There are just some places just not going to go. Can I get a witness in here? Let me move on. He told him, come see me. He didn't go looking for him. And when David got there, the text said that Elijah never came out. Let me make this tangible to us. I'm not going to finish this thing. Let me make it tangible to us. Now, when Naaman got there, we know he was a smart man. He was an intelligent man. He was a wealthy man. He was a man with power, prestige, and position, but he was a man with a problem. The preacher said, come see me. Let me make it tangible. In other words, come to the church. And when you get there, now this, let me make it real clear for a whole lot of folks. This is a come as you are moment. That's a come as you are moment. Folks get that twisted. Come as you are, I can wear the stuff I had on at the club last night. No, that ain't exactly what it means. You ought to have enough sense to want to take the stuff you had on last night if you got something else and put something else on and come on into the house of worship. But this is a holy, sanctified place. That's not what come as you are means. Come as you are means come on in here weary, wounded, and battered, beat up, and beat down. That's how you come into the house of the Lord, in the house of worship. The text says that when Naaman showed up, he showed up like he was a somebody. The text said he had all of his horses and all of his chariots. He had all of his money. Can I make it plain? We don't care about how much money you got when you walk up in the church. Man, if you walk up in the church, you walking into the same hospital room we walking into. We walking in here because we got problems. I came to lay it all on the altar before the Lord. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how sharp your suit is. I don't care what kind of car you driving. None of that makes no never mind to me. I came to get my praise on because God has been good to me. He's been better to me than I know how to be to myself. That's what I'm in the house of worship for. The text says that when he got there, Elijah never even came out. And I just believe in my mind it was because he showed up the wrong way. Why'd you have to come with all of your money? Why'd you have to come with all your horses and all the best of what you had? You know what that means, don't you? That means that he was coming because he thought he was coming to a show. Yeah. I'm going to just leave y'all here. Listen. We don't come to the house of worship for a show. We don't come in here for you to show off. We don't come in here for you to be entertained. No, this is not the place to get entertained. You want to be entertained? You go down to the Fox Theater. That's where you get your entertainment. You want to be entertained? You go down to Shane Park. That's where you get y'all going anywhere. You might as well say amen. You want to get entertained? That's where you go. But when you want to be healed, delivered, and set free, that's when you come to the house of worship, because this is the place that God has sanctified for healing. I'm gonna go. I'll come back next week. I'm gonna come back next week. The text says that Elijah never even came out. Not only did he come in wrong, he didn't humble himself, came in there like he was somebody. The other point in this is that now watch this. It was important for him to come to Elijah instead of Elijah going to him, because a whole lot of us get this thing messed up. We make it as if we don't have to participate in our blessing. I'm going to stop right here. So we got some folk now. And I'm just going to say it the way I want to say it. We got some real lazy, messed up folk right now. Some folk got this unemployment and stimulus money, and they just as lazy right now as they want to be. I got folk telling me they ain't trying to go back to work. Oh, I wish I had witnesses. Can I get somebody praying with me? Just messed up right now. But when you want God to bless you and you want that blessing that you're looking for from God, I know you're looking for a miracle and God's got a blessing. I love them songs too. With your name on it, man, you got to participate in your blessing. If you want God to bless you in your finances, get up off the couch and go get you a job. If you want God to bless you even in your relationships, quit being a nasty, mean, low-down, bad attitude person and learn how to put your arm around somebody and love them. If you want God to bless you in your healing, why don't you put the liquor and the drugs down, and maybe God can do something with your body. If you want God to be good to you and bless you even in your sanctified mind because you got demons chasing after you, maybe I said it earlier, you need to put that Negro out because he's the one that's driving you crazy with the demons he got sitting up in your house. If you want the Lord to be a blessing to you, then you got to participate in your blessing. Can I get a witness in here? I'm done. You got to participate in your blessing. We want God to drop manna from heaven while we sit there and do nothing. Man, God don't work for us. God does not serve us. We serve the Lord. Can I get a witness in here? The text says that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. He has. Oh, I wish I had a speak before God, man, I don't always have an answer for God. I don't try to speak for God. God knows how to speak for himself. Can I get a witness in here? I'm done. Come back next week. We're going to finish this up. I guess I might get to them other points that I thought I wasn't going to get to. It won't always make sense. Man, and I'm so glad, and I'm not always trying to figure out why God did what he did. I'm just glad that he did. I'm not always trying to figure out why God used who he used. I'm just glad he used them. Can I get a witness in here? Folk trying to figure out and speak with God. And I know, oh, the Lord told me. The Lord ain't told you to tell me nothing. Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. The Lord will. The Lord, yes, he will. Yes, he will. He'll do some things to have you scratching your head. It won't make sense, but you'll be thanking God all the day long that he just showed up and showed out when he did. Can I get a witness? Y'all, come on, give me an amen. Give God some praise. Come on. We're going to have a double celebration. Amen.
Tragedies are commonplace. All type of diseases, people are slipping away. Economy's down, people are getting the pay. As for me, all I can say is thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Yeah.
If you don't have a church home, we're asking that you consider Green Grove. Just contact us. Certainly somebody will reach back out to you. If you don't know the Lord in the free part of your sin and you want to be saved, you're not 100% sure, and you want to make sure that heaven's going to be your destination, contact the church and we shall get back with you. Amen. So we thank you so much, all of you that have been tuning in and tuned in. If something was said that makes some sense and you may help strengthen and encourage on today, hit like, reach out to somebody, hit share, and let somebody else. Just let them know before you do that. This message came from one of the more crazy preachers. Likely to say just about anything, but it's coming straight out the Bible. Amen. So thank you so much. Let's remember all of those names that were called, all those folks that are on our prayer list that need our prayers. Let's continue to pray for them. And I'm asking as we go forward, remember once again, we are getting ready to gear back up for our services sometime in June, if it's the Lord's will. And while we're preparing to do that, will let us know we will be practicing social distancing. And if it's the Lord's will, here at Green Grove, we'll be having 2 services, one at 9 a.m., one at 11. Amen. So we can get some folks in early and some folks out in a little bit later on. And we can make sure everyone is able to come on, who wants to come on back out to the house of worship, to come out and have us some church. Amen. So there are some things that we have to do here. So as of right now, I know, as I stated before, what was said from the White House, but not in this house just yet. Amen. We're still want to make sure that we do everything that we can to make sure everyone is safe. Amen. Amen. So thank you so much. And listen, last but not least, listen, we know, I said it in the beginning, that tomorrow is Memorial Day. And typically, there's a lot of stuff to go on for Memorial Day. Y'all, typically y'all gonna cook. Some of y'all who think you know how to cook ribs got them marinated down. And I tell folks, when you know how to really cook a rib, you ain't got to marinate it for no 2 days. You just learn how to control your fire. You know how to control your fire. I wish I had some cooks in here. Amen. Everything will be all right. But listen, let's remember, look, be responsible. I don't tell anybody what to do, but I tell everybody to be responsible. Whatever it is you're going to do, and however you're going to celebrate. Here, how about this? How about before you get started, you find out what the meaning of Memorial Day is? Amen. Ooh, nobody said. I got 2 amens right there. It's not just a day of barbecuing and getting drunk. Amen. Let's find out what this day has really been set aside. So there you go, talking about that drinking again. Y'all know you got this stuff on ice already. Some folks, I know, we did start drinking on Sunday. Don't have to work on Monday. Amen. I know what it's all about. Amen. Just be responsible in whatever it is you decide to do. Amen. Nothing in excess. Always put the Lord first. Amen. Amen. If that's being known, I think I covered everything. Thank you all again. Bible class has been great on Wednesday nights. Listen, we'll be back, if it's the Lord's will, talking from that subject, get thee behind me, Satan. We realized in our first lesson on that Jesus was the target and not Peter. Amen. So we'll get back to that lesson on this Wednesday, if it's the Lord's will. Thank you all for your donations. That was the other one. Never let me forget that. You guys have been doing a wonderful job, Green Grove family and friends, in supporting the ministry. Amen. Man, you guys have been doing a dynamic job supporting the ministry. I thank all of you. And the Bible says that the Lord will not forget your labor of love that you have shown toward the saints or towards this church. Amen. So we thank you for supporting this ministry, and we know that the Lord is in it here. And when all this is all over, and I'll say it again, I'm not looking to go back to normal, whatever normal was, but I am looking to go back to having some good church. Amen. Amen. Now we ask that God's mercy, His grace, and His peace, that it would rest, rule, and abide with us henceforth, now and forevermore. Let every heart say amen together. Amen.